Welcome, dear YouTube viewers. I'm happy to be with you again, and today I'm trying out for the very first time in this YouTube video my new microphone, and I'm very happy about this one. I hope the sound is much better now. So this is a higher quality microphone that I was using before. I have invested a little bit. It has a downside that now you get to hear my actual voice, and that might be problematic. And also this microphone also might catch up on some undesired noises from the keyboard. Let's try to hit some keys and the mouse, but I think we have sorry, we got rid of the hissing noise from the other view. So let's check out this new deck for today. So the idea of this deck is to try to use the Barrage Tyrant, the Eldrazi creature, for 5 red and 4 generic. Gets I'm sorry, let me drink some water meanwhile. Whoops. So as you see, you can pay 1 red and 2 generic to sacrifice another colorless creature, and this Barrage Tyrant is going to deal damage equal to the sacrificed creature's power to target creature or player. So what colorless creatures would we want to sacrifice to use the Barrage Tyrant? Well, how about this one? So 11 mana cost Metalwork Colossus, but the thing is that actually we can at some point cast this one for quite less cost, since we get a discount if we have other non-creature artifacts in play. Also, we can return this Metalwork Colossus from the graveyard to your hand. So we should be, the idea of this deck is to try to activate this very same ability with the very same Metalwork Colossus and bring that one back. And as you might have seen, we are running the Tireless Tracker to get us some free clues when we drop lands, the Open Mysteries. We also have the Flame Shadow Conjuring to duplicate. Maybe we can dream we might get to duplicate the Metalwork Colossus. Yeah, pretty much that's the idea of the deck. Also, we have the Hijack to try to fix. I was trying this deck and I ran into a few situations when the opponent had too problematic creatures on his side, and there was nothing I could try there. So I felt before when I was trying this deck that I always needed one more turn to win, and that's a sad situation. Let's see if this iteration that I've pulled together can actually work. There are many candidate cards that I think could be great additions to the deck. For instance, some Emerge. The Emerge green Eldrazi's are very nice. Kozilek, the big old Kozilek, can be added here. Of course, Yulomog too. I don't know, there's a number of werewolf that when they transform they become colorless. Of course, all the Kaladesh vehicles too, but to fling the Kaladesh vehicles we have to crew them before, so that's could become a little bit problematic. This is a very nice starting hand. The best draw in the next few turns are either enchantments, because we gain life and we have to pay less for the enchantments thanks to the Herald of the Pantheon, or if we hit an Evolving Wilds, we can play the Tireless Tracker and trigger 2 times. So it. Tireless Tracker is a very likely to die to the first removal spell from the opponent, so we have to be very careful there. Let's swing for one. The opponent playing blue and green for the time being. This land is a little slow. It always comes tapped, so maybe the opponent really needs this land for some reason, or does not possess better lands in his collection or her collection. So let's see what's next. Blue and energy. Apparently we are against the energy deck. Good. So what now? I think, okay, good. We have the access to red now. We can tap Ovilla and our mana to create tokens. I think that won't be bad necessarily. Let's drop a forest. I can also drop the caravan and the blister pod. Yeah, let's do that. I think that as soon as we start getting the clues, we are set. So we can, next turn we might end up cracking one clue, depending on if the opponent gets too aggressive here. We have to be careful. If he swings, we could block with the blister pod. We obtain the Scion token to ramp even more. Thriving Rhino. Is the opponent going to risk the cap? We can double block the Long Tusk Hub, but he decides that it's too dangerous to swing with this. And we found the Colossus, so let's play the Tireless Tracker first and give ourselves a clue and proceed to move on. We could actually send the caravan in. It's quite unlikely the opponent to block the caravan. Let's skip the attack. Maybe the opponent blocks with the Rhino, and then it's going to be a pain to stop the Long Tusk up. Oh, the Hydra. This is hard to stop. Yeah, it gains hexproof if the opponent pays 3. Okay, stop. We need to draw here. Alright, we gain the clue, we gain a card. Not too bad, I like having this. What to do? Also quite interesting, we can create a token. It's going to be a 4/4 token there. Let's continue and see how far do we get with this. So hopefully we draw more lands or some ramp spell here, so we can use Flame Shadow Conjuring or even the Evolutionary Leap. The more energy the opponent gains, this is going to be more and more difficult to stop at some point. 10 energy. That means the cap can gain 5 counters just as it is. That's a 7/7 for us. Okay, let's create the 4/4. Well, another journal. So 7/7. Okay, let's do it. Now next turn we could cast the Colossus, I presume. We skip the attack here, and this is the most dangerous one. Actually, it can become extremely large. This we don't want to see. So hopefully we get something good out of the new clues. So we can play the Colossus by paying just 3, and now if we drop this, we don't pay mana to play the Metalwork Colossus. That is quite cool. Alright, so I think I'm going to play the Flame Shadow Conjuring. We gain 1 life out of this one. And we are going to pass the turn and hope that we don't die to some shenanigan with the pummeler. Skip the attack now. Right, Rogue's Passage. Rogue's Passage, no. That one. Another one. Ay. This is getting really, really dangerous. We have to win in the next 2 turns, or else we are doomed. How can we do this? Alright, this is very good. So alright, we could send the Cultivator's Caravan into attack, but I don't think we are going to be able to make pass through the turtle, so there is no point. Let's pay 1 red and attack with this baby. Well, Nisa, so the opponent has to block there, but he just put the turtle in front, and yeah, it's not going to matter too much. But we are going to create a new artifact here using the token. It gives 1 more power. So, whoa, pretty big token we have going on. Alright, so we can at any point use the journal to make the Tyrus tracker larger. So it's, I'm glad the opponent is finding land and not something worse. Okay, either Theorist. Let's try to find the Tyrant using the journal. Energy. That's too much. So here it comes unblockable. Yeah, that's going to be enough to kill us, I'm afraid. Yeah, 16 and 32. And we have nothing to stop that one. Oh, so sad. Look at all this power. Yeah. For 1, what do we have that could be used to stop this? If we had 1 fog, it would be so cool. But but there's nothing that can save us here. Yeah. Too much energy and a little bit slow on the plays from my side, so my deck is not fast enough to defeat the electrostatic pummeler deck. Not to mention that I have a deck like that one. Yeah. Look at this. Where is it? Yeah. Yeah. Just to show you, the idea is pretty easy. You get your energy producer cards, your pummeler, and get many energy there, and then you are set, as we saw. But let's try to make the dream of the Colossus happen. Come on, Colossi, you can do it. We were close. As you saw, we just required one more turn to do what we want to, and the opponent, despite the appearances, because he has such a big energy reserve, he could have crushed us maybe sooner. So the combination of the Rogue's Passage and all the other creatures that were able to stop our possible attacks was too big for us to overcome. So come on, give us another game. And I hope the volume is fine here, and of course this is the first time I'm trying this, so I don't know if you are going to listen to this too low or too high. Actually, I'm going to raise the volume a little bit just to see, so let me know please if you like it better with this volume here, provided we do not saturate. Okay, this should be fine. Okay, sorry, let's draw a new hand. Not liking it, but I think it's a bit better than the first one. So we have the Inventor's Fair. We can use the ability to find exactly the Colossus with that. Right, well, we don't need to do that. Let's go ahead, continue. And well, we want to play the Caravan next, so let's open the Evolving Wilds. Apparently the opponent is running a fast blue-red the burn deck. I don't know if we can survive this one. Let's play the Caravan. The Herald, even if we play the Herald, it's not going to be able to attack, and it's possible that the opponent just kills this one. But now we have a discount already for the Colossus. That's cool. So the life expectancy of our creatures has been drastically reduced. With these two in play, we have to hurry. But it's not like I can drop this and just drop it. Let's pass the turn and hope to draw something other than lands. We are already, we can cast a 5 mana spell already. Come on, show up something nice and cool for us. An enchantment I would play. Hopefully the From Beyond could force the opponent to spend all his cards to remove our tokens. This can be tapped to another land. Oh, oh my. Oh my, we might find ourselves casting the Colossus out of our hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah. And we need 2 more turns and we can cast the Colossus as it is. The opponent might have a counterspell too, but it's not that likely with red and blue. Well, he can have counterspells. Let's see what happens here. Come on. Come on. No lands. Well, not exactly what I was looking for, but at the very least we are going to find 1 more land. Counterspell? Don't tell me you are going to counterspell this one. Alright. Yes, and forest. And we are going to play the Inventor's Fair just in case. Continue. Let's see, now we are going to eat a powerful spell, I suppose. So, if we want to use this ability, we need 3 or more artifacts. So, not yet. Let's play the Herald. So well, I could do the other way around. Apparently, I think the opponent has some counterspell over there, but okay, we win the life anyways. So let's go with this. No counterspells, apparently. Should I risk? Can the opponent deal 5 to this? And if he can, do I want that to happen? Let's try to see, because too bad our hand is looking so bad that I would wait, but our hand is looking so bad here. Let's see, ping and some instant. Is the opponent going to play some instant now? He's not. Interesting. So maybe I was too afraid, too scared of playing. I don't know what's going on. Another Thermal Alchemist. What's going to happen now? So the good thing is that the opponent has tapped Drag Under. Drag Under, he bounces one of our creatures, and the opponent draws a card, I guess. Alright, this pings our flyer. Well, could have been worse. Damage was going to be worse than this. And now we could duplicate the Herald if we want to. Another land. Amazing. This is just amazing. So we're going to look for something out of this. No, we can't. We don't have enough mana, incredibly. Are you going to bounce this Colossus? No, just pings. And pay, sure. If the opponent bounces the token, we lost the token. But let's see. I guess you are blocking now, aren't you? He's not blocking. He takes 10. So I think or either the opponent loves these ones and thinks he's going to kill me, and it's possible he kills me this turn, or he has some life gain or more bounce spells. So pings with this one too. What now? What's going to happen next? Drag under. Not particularly useful thanks to the Flame Shadow Conjuring, and now yeah, we can't afford everything, but this doesn't matter. But I think the opponent should have. Is this a sorcery? Yes, it's a sorcery. Yeah, I was thinking if this was an instant, he should have wait. Maybe he has some instant bounce that he's going to use next. Yeah. He now has to block. And we can send the caravan to this time. Other thing I can try is to duplicate the Herald. This is going to cost me just 2. We gain 2 life. No, let's try it. No. Let's try to send the token and the caravan. It was a counter spell. Well, I don't mind that one too much. We can recover eventually the Colossus after some more plays. And okay, the sad thing is the opponent gets to scry 2, and that is very bad. Oh boy, we can't pay the token this time. Oh, the number of Thermal Alchemist number 3. This is going to suck big time. Well, the opponent has 1 mana open, so let's hope he does not have something to play. Good. Let's make a copy out of this Herald. We are going to be gaining 3 when we drop the From Beyond. Let's pay or write the cost. We drop this one for 1. That's sweet. We gain 3 life. That's a pretty amusing play. Now if I pay 2, I can... Yeah, no, not worth it. Still, I mean, if I had more mana even, we could look for the Tyrant using this ability. But then if we cast it, we cannot duplicate, and then we missed the token from the Flame Shadow Conjuring. Therefore, here we attack with our babies and try to put some pressure. At least the opponent has to block this one, so one of them must die. Alright. And this he can freely block with anything, but doesn't matter to us. And here let's wait until we get the Scion token. There's no need to activate this now. We take, so each spell the opponent casts is going to deal us 3 damage now, so we are at 11. He has 5 cards in hand. If he can't afford to play 3 spells, that's 9 plus this is 1, that's 10. So he has to cast 4 spells. If he has 1 more damage, 3 spells and 1 damage is enough to kill us. Yeah, well, that's bad. 4 plus the attack from this, and we are dead. We die here. Mana flood, guys, that is the mana flood, the flooding of the mana. Let's just yeah, we died to this. Let's just see. Okay, from beyond we find the Barrage Tyrant. And we take it like a boss. Even if the opponent has a spell, it's more than enough to kill us. So, from the opponent's side, he found all the Thermal Alchemists to begin with, and the lands to play them, and the spells. From our side, we found lands and lands and more lands. Come on. And mind you, we did use Evolving Wilds too. That's sad. This is not the way Magic is supposed to be played. Yeah. Okay. Final game from the video. That's games like the one before are so boring. It's too much one-sided. When one of the players doesn't have the mana. So let's risk this one. We have at least one creature that we can play at 3, and the mysteries make sure that if we lose our creature, we get a clue token. So let's start with the Evolving Wilds already. Get one mountain out of the way. And now let's hope we draw something that we can use on the first turns of the game. I think this exactly picture appears in the Metalwork Colossus. I think these exact same buildings. Sinister Concoction. So we are going to lose our first creature. Let's hope the opponent decides to kill the Scion. because paying, maybe he wants to discard something, maybe he has madness cards. So far mono black. Yeah, I think this is madness deck. So let's play this first before anything else. And I can't freely attack with Blister Port now because the opponent is tapped, so he is not likely to block with this and transform her. Well, he is. Okay, but he can't pay the madness. So, Rip Soul. Alright, we get a clue and Eldrazi Scion out of this deal. I'm not complaining about that. Aha! So we see now the opponent wants to have creatures in the graveyard, so we have to be careful with that one, and this can stop any of our attackers, our ground attackers at least. So let's play the mountain. Maybe I should have played the Pilgrim's Eye first. Yeah, that's right. I should have done that one first, so now the opponent knows that we have a land in hand. He should not know that. Continue here. No point into attacking here, so let's continue. And quite probably I'm going to block the 3/2. He's going to kill the flyer. Whoa. Well, we are getting our clues. Alright. Let's not complain about that. We can even play the workshop assistant to maybe recover this nice flyer from the graveyard. Let's see first what we draw into and be very careful about what we play. I don't know why the opponent did not send these. Maybe he's scared of our red and tapped land. So mountain. Let's try to crack one of the clues. And one green, one red. Not going to matter too much. Hijack. Hijack is going to be great. Maybe we can steal the Smuggler's Copter later. So let's play this mountain now. The workshop assistant. The only thing, since this one is a sorcery, it's not going to take the opponent by surprise. Six. We are taking heavy hits here on the air. So I'm starting to think the opponent also wants to activate Delirium, because why is he throwing away the Necromantic Summons? So I think we still have to open this token and see if we are lucky enough to find something that we might use. well, not horrible. So using the hijack here is not going to do much. And we are prone to die next turn. So what's going to be? So let's get this copter for our side for one turn and try to find something that we want to use. We attack with these three, leaving this one as a blocker. Murder, kill your own copter. You want to do it. Come on, you want to do your copter. So thank you for showing me that you have that one. Otherwise I would have sent this attacker. So let's dish the Evolving Wilds. Another blocker. So sad thing, we did not have the evolutionary leap on play to take care of the copter. What's going to be? Necromantic Summons going to, well, the Priest of the Blood Rite, I presume. Four. Here comes the two flyers. Right, we take another 6. So we are in deep trouble here. And we know the opponent has murder in hand. And this is not going to do it. Well, at the very least, let's swing with this and this. See what happens here. Well, nothing too spectacular. And another defeat. We could recover the hijack back to our hand, but we are doomed. Imagine, this is sad. Murder against this. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Murder. So apparently this deck requires fog for what we try to do. Yeah. So, but let's say goodbye. There's a loose streak in the game. So close. Look, this hand is looking so nice this time. The opponent threw away the Gearhulk for some reason. Look, doesn't matter. That if we care about our life, we have to block the Grimblade Marauder. Anyways, yeah. So another defeat. Sorry guys, I was too excited with this deck, but apparently is one turn too slow to do things, so I have to review the card list. Next time I'm going to try to fix the issues and see if there's a way that we can stay alive long enough to play our beautiful combo. So I think some pills of Mirasa are in order. So until next time, sorry about the losses, but I hope you have enjoyed, and don't forget to tell me what do you feel about the volume from this new mic that I'm trying out. Here I'm near at the maximum. This is the maximum volume. This is about three quarters, half volume, and now I'm going to put at the one quarter volume. I don't know if you can hear. I don't know if it works even. So I don't know if this works. Well, that was going to be it for today, and next time let's hope we win sometimes. Until next video, sayonara.